Hey friend, Graham Cochrane here. Do you need to grow your audience or your customer base? Maybe you have a blog or an online business or a podcast or some kind of platform and you need more eyeballs. You need a bigger audience. Is that you? Welcome to the club, my friend. Now, I recently got a Facebook message from one of my readers named Tim, and he said, I'm stuck on growing my audience. At the moment, I'm delivering decent content every week, but I only end up with around 50 views between Facebook and YouTube. How do I get the word out? What Tim is doing is putting out videos, right? He's trying to create really good content that helps his audience, that entertains his audience, and that content can be found and searched for. It's built-in SEO, right? Search engine optimization. It's just creating content. This is what we call content marketing. It's the bedrock of my business. It's what I've built everything on, and it works so well. But guess what? It's slow. It's slow. So if you need to grow your audience a little faster, let me give you two faster ways you can grow your audience today. One is completely free and one is low cost, but we'll address both of them real quickly. Number one best way to grow your audience and get the word out faster is to guest post. So what you want to do is form partnerships or friendships with people in your exact niche, already in your industry, in your space, people who already have a big audience. Now, big is relative. All they need is an audience that's bigger than yours. So a lot of times people think about guest posting or collaborating and they only think about the biggest players in their space. And while sure, shoot for the moon, right? It's not the only strategy. I would look at the smaller players in your space who are still years ahead of you or who have a much bigger audience than you. They can be a great person or great group of people to connect with because you need their audience as much as the bigger audience. Now, the key to doing this is to change your perspective a little bit. We are generally territorial, meaning in our industry, we're like, this is my audience, this is my people. I don't want to even talk to that person doing the exact same thing I'm doing. So if in my space, in the audio space, when I'm teaching recording and mixing, there's a lot of other people teaching recording and mixing and audio, and I could view them as the competition. But I don't like that word. I don't believe in the word competition. I would rather view them as my collaborators. So shift your thinking from competition over here to collaborators. What that means is you actually try to reach out to them and make friends with them and form partnerships with them because it's more strategic for both of you and it's more fun. Look, if you only have 100 people on your email list or 100 people watching your YouTube videos or 100 people listening to your podcast or 100 people following you on Facebook, then the person in your niche who's been doing this for a year longer than you have, who has about 2,000 people on her email list and 2,000 people watching her videos and 2,000 people reading her posts on Facebook or listening to her podcast, it would make sense to become friends with her and find out a way you can add some value to her audience. She's got literally thousands more people than you do. So what do I mean by creating valuable content? Well, all content creators, myself included, we run out of ideas. We have subjects within our industry that we're not experts on or we don't feel comfortable talking about. We have holes, we have gaps in our content strategy, and we would love someone else to just hand deliver us a piece of content that we could share. Trust me, I've been making videos for a decade. It gets hard to keep coming up with videos. It would be nice if someone said, hey, Graham, I've got an amazing video or amazing article that will help your audience on this specific topic, and you don't even have to do anything for it if you just would put it on your site and share it. So what this does is it gets you in front of their audience, you add value to this person and her audience, and you get to then be the star for a moment. Traditionally, they'll have you listed as the author or the content creator if it's written, or of course, if it's a video, they'll introduce you, or if it's on a podcast, you'll be the guest. That's classic podcasting right there, is all guest posting, basically. And then there'll be a link on the page or on the video or at the end of the show notes in the podcast linking back to wherever you are online. So if people like learning from you or want to know more about what you do, they can check you out. The key here is when you do form that partnership and you do convince them to allow you to create some custom content for their audience, when you create it, whether it's a video or a podcast or if you write a post, be sure to have a CTA at the end, a call to action. So when you share the content at the very end, say, hey, if you want to learn my 5 steps to doing X, Y, and Z, download this free guide here. Or I've got a gift for you. If you've enjoyed this content, I've put together my favorite cheat sheet on X, Y, and Z. It's my gift to you. Just download it here. Or whatever it is, have your lead magnet ready or create a custom lead magnet for that audience on a custom page for them, even better, and mention it at the end of your content so that the people that are connecting with you and enjoying your content will be able to further that relationship with you and then get on your email list, which again is the fuel that drives your entire business. So guest posting is number one, and it's free. It takes a lot of work though. You're gonna have to come up with a list of 10, 20, 30, 100 people that you would like to connect with. You're gonna have to reach out to them in a way that's focused on them. I don't have time to go into it in this video, but you can't just say, hey, I want a guest post. You gotta pitch it to them in a way that's valuable to them. Like, I would love to share some on your site that might take the pressure off you. If you have a week where you don't wanna make a piece of content, here are 3 ideas. Here's the main points of each one. Let me know what you think. I love all your content, specifically this video or this podcast. Like, show them that you're actually a fan and they actually enjoy their stuff, and it would be an honor for you, but you want to help them out. So there's a lot of psychology in how you pitch this, but be sure to pitch to a lot of people, knowing that 80% of them may not even get back with you, let alone say yes. But it's worth reaching out and connecting and collaborating with as many people in your niche, or, and I'm glad I remembered this last minute, in complementary niches. It doesn't have to be exactly in your space, but whoever would have the same audience you have. So for example, if I teach fitness, but there's a nutritionist, we would have the same audience, even though she teaches nutrition and I teach weightlifting or fitness. Or if it's young men in their 20s that I'm going after, I might be teaching them fashion, but there might be a dating website for men in that age group. And again, same audience. They may not need fashion help, but it's the same people. And they might also need fashion help, even though I'm not teaching dating. So think about complementary niches as well, because those are great partnerships to have. So guest posting is one. The second one, and this is the not free one, but it's very low cost, is boosting posts on Facebook. Now, this isn't full-blown big boy, big girl Facebook ads, which is complex and powerful if done well, but you got to know what you're doing, and that's really a conversation for another day. Boosting a regular post on Facebook is easy, low cost, and strategic. So what you could do is when you share your latest video, upload it to Facebook, or you have a post and you're linking to it on Facebook, or you've got a new podcast episode and you're linking to it on Facebook, for sure post on Facebook to your Facebook page or your fans or whatever, but then click the boost button. And all the boost button is a way for you to give Mark Zuckerberg your money, and that's how he's a billionaire. But hey, there's something in it for you too, which is Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook, and Facebook has half of the world online, and it's got 60, 70% of the world's internet users actively online. So it's where everybody is online. And so you can say, look, I want to give you $5, Mark. And what I want you to do is make my post show up in 12,000 more people's feeds. The math is a little different depending on the niche, depending on the amount of money, and depending on whatever Mark's algorithm is deciding that day. But the point is, it's low cost. It could be $1, $5, 10, 20, whatever. You fixed amount of money for the next couple of days or the next week, especially when your post has just gone live. It will plant that post in thousands of people's feeds. And then you can target who those people are. Do you want to target men in their 20s? Do you want to target women? Do you want to target people who like this Facebook page, people who are fans of one of your competitors, aka collaborators? Do you want to target people who are like the people who are already on your email list or who already have bought your products? Now that's a specific one. It's called a lookalike list, and it's really cool. You can export out a list of email addresses of people that are your target market that are already on your list, and you can upload those into Facebook and say, go take a look at these people if they're on Facebook. Not all of them will be, but let's say 80% of them are on Facebook. Go take a look at their Facebook pages and see what they like, and find me more people on Facebook that are like these people who have these email addresses. Sounds creepy, but it's actually very powerful. It's going to find similar likes, similar Facebook patterns. And that's why they have the money, is because they know all this stuff. And so it can just promote your posts to people like that. So it can be more, likely to opt in for your lead magnet, more likely to want to be on your email list and get your content, more likely to probably buy from you. So there's a lot of power in setting all that up, but just boosting your post, giving Facebook $5, $10 a time, and having that show up in thousands of people, others' feeds. If it's good content and you have a strategic call to action at the end that's pushing your lead magnet, then it's worth the money because then you know your content converts and your content will get people on your list, which is going to allow this engine to run. So if you posted, let's say once a week, article, video, podcast, and you share it on Facebook, you could commit to 4 boosts a month, right? One per week. So if you had $5 per post, that would be $20 a month would be your budget for boosting posts, which is pretty low cost to get you in front of thousands of people. Maybe you do $20 a post and then it's $80 a month. So you see how simple this is and how low cost it is, but it will literally plant your post in front of lots of fresh eyeballs. So there you have it, 2 simple ways to grow your audience faster. Again, content marketing is the foundation. You can't break away from that. You got to commit to that. If you don't, you're not really going to win this game. But you can speed it up through guest posting and forming partnerships in your niche and complementary niches. And then you can boost posts on Facebook to just literally get in front of a lot of other people very quickly, very cheaply, and in a way that they're able to then click over to you and get on your email list very fast. So it's a real efficient use of dollars. Now, speaking of Facebook, Facebook is a great tool, whether you like it or not. Not a huge fan of it personally as like a personal tool that I love, but I like the power that it affords my business, and it's a great place to be because that's where people are. You can use a tool like Facebook or YouTube Live, for example, to build a business from the ground up in as little as 30 days and be making money in as little as 30 days. If you have no idea how to start your business and you're at the very beginning, then I've got something for you. I've put together an entire 4-week checklist. It's called my 30-day no hustle business plan. And what it is a 4-week do this, do that, step-by-step checklist of how to go from 0 idea, 0 product, 0 audience, and use a tool like Facebook and YouTube Live, and there's others, to validate an idea, to build an audience, to create a product, and within 30 days be selling and making money 1 month from now, which is insane. The tools are so amazing and free that you can do this absolutely zero cost to do this. And it's totally doable. And then once the 30 days are up, not only will you be able to make a little bit of money, but you will then have a system in place to ramp up into a full-blown income stream. It's all free. It's in this amazing guide called my 30-day no hustle business plan. Please download it. It's a simple PDF. Read through it and then follow the step-by-step checklist. In the next 4 weeks, you can literally go from nothing right now and only your mom following you on Facebook to being able to actually make some sales and put money in your pocket and start and launch your online business. So check it all out. Link here and below in the description box, or just go to grahamcochrane.com/30 days and you can download it there as my gift to you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you on another video real soon.